What if I told you that you're probably not a shy person? I know that sounds strange because you've probably been called too quiet, too reserved, or not confident enough for years. Maybe you've even started believing those labels yourself. But what if the thing you've accepted as your personality isn't your personality at all? What if it's simply a response your mind learned years ago? And if it was learned, it can be unlearned. Today I'm going to show you why understanding this one truth could completely change the way you see yourself. Imagine you're at a gathering. You have something valuable to say. Then everyone looks your way. Your heart starts racing. Your mind goes blank. Someone else says exactly what you wanted to say. On your way home, you keep asking yourself, why didn't I just speak? If you've experienced this, you're not alone. Millions of people experience the same thing every day. A young graduate attended several job interviews. She knew the answers. She had prepared well. But every time she was asked, tell me about yourself, her voice became shaky. She kept believing she wasn't good enough. Later, she realized something important. Her problem wasn't intelligence. It wasn't ability. It was fear. And once she started addressing the fear, instead of blaming herself, everything began to change. One of the biggest misconceptions is that shyness simply means being quiet. It doesn't. Some quiet people are very confident. Shyness is the combination of self-consciousness, fear of being judged, and hesitation in social situations. Your brain is trying to protect you from embarrassment, rejection, or criticism. So, it quietly tells you, stay quiet. Don't take the risk. The problem is that while it's trying to protect you, it's also keeping you from opportunities, friendships, relationships, and confidence. The good news? A learned response can be changed. Maybe you constantly think, what if I say the wrong thing? What if they don't like me? You avoid conversations, you stay silent, you let others speak first. Then later you replay the conversation in your mind. Your body reacts too. Your heart races, your palms sweat. Your face becomes warm. These are not signs that something is wrong with you, no. They're simply your body's natural stress response. Think about someone who likes another person but never says anything. Days become weeks, weeks become months. Not because they don't care, but because fear keeps telling them to stay silent. Eventually, someone else comes along. The opportunity disappears. Not because they weren't worthy, but because fear spoke louder than confidence. How many friendships, how many careers, how many relationships have been delayed because of shyness? Maybe you typed a message, deleted it, typed it again, then waited for hours whether to send it. Or you've waited for someone else to make the first move because rejection felt too painful. These thoughts don't just affect conversations, they affect connection. Many people confuse the two. Introversion is a personality trait. Shyness is fear. An introvert may enjoy quiet time and still feel confident around people. A shy person wants to connect but feels held back by fear. Social anxiety is different again. It's more intense and in some cases may require professional support. Understanding the difference helps you understand yourself. Shyness is not a personality flaw. It's a learned response. And what is learned can be unlearned. You're not broken. You're not destined to remain this way. No, you're not. You can become more confident, one conversation at a time. Ask yourself, do I avoid starting conversations? Do I overthink messages? Do I stay silent because I'm afraid of saying the wrong thing? Do I replay conversations afterward? Do social situations make my heart race? If you answered yes to several of these, don't be discouraged. Be encouraged. Awareness is where change begins. If you've seen yourself in today's video, don't label yourself as just a shy person. What you've learned today is that shyness is not who you are. It's a learned response. But here's the next question. Why did your brain tell or learn this response in the first place? Why do some people become shy after certain experiences while others don't? Why does your confidence disappear in social situations? That's exactly what we'll learn or explore in the next video as we uncover the psychology behind shyness and the hidden experiences that shape it. If you don't want to wait, I've explained the entire process step by step in my book, Breaking Free from Shyness. You'll find the link in the description. If this video helped you, subscribe to Rise and Conquer and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode. Now, remember this. Your past may explain your shyness. It doesn't have to define your future. Until next time, don't let fear write your story. Rise and conquer.